There is no shortage of bigger-name quarterbacks in the USFL. Jim Kelly, Steve Young, Brian Sipe, and Bobby Hebert, just to name four. But to this date, the most productive quarterback in the league on the field is 26-year-old Chuck Fusina of the Philadelphia Stars, a player whose experience is emblematic of that of a lot of other players in this league, because for Fusina, the USFL represented a last chance in professional football.
Like I always say, every football player has a story, and mine just happened to get better in Philadelphia.
Vinsky wide left. Fusina rolls it right. He's got a lot of room. He's got a touchdown. Vinsky and Folsom over there together. Fusina's pass goes over the middle to Donovan. Donovan, touchdown!
From the 12, Fusina got a man wide open. Touchdown!
Fusina's first national attention came at Penn State, where under his direction, the Nittany Lions won 29 games and lost only 3. 1978 runner-up to Heisman Trophy winner Billy Sims. He was drafted late by the NFL Tampa Bay Buccaneers and sat on the bench for 3 years. Another chance in San Francisco, but he was released there also.
I felt like a real failure. It's a tough situation for a professional athlete to get into when he wants to make a living at something, playing the game that he's learned for all those years, and then be told by people that you're not good enough. It was a low period in me in my life.
Chuck Fusina got one more chance, signing as a free agent in 1982 with the Philadelphia Stars. But even then, there was some doubt about his future.
My first observations of Chuck on the practice field were that I wasn't sure that he had enough ability with him as the starting quarterback for us to be a winning football team. There's no one area where he really stands out.
Before I signed him, I went up and flew up and met with Joe Paterno personally and asked him about Chuck, because I had some hesitations due to his lack of physical skills. He told me and assessed him accurately in saying that he doesn't have the great arm. He's not a guy that'll step in the huddle and chew everybody's tail out. All he does is win. He's productive, and he's a leader, and he's done that for us.
He has made the Stars a big winner. Philadelphia's record with Fusina, 22 up and 5 down, the best in the short history of the USFL. More importantly, this NFL reject has turned the doubters into believers, time and again leading the Stars to victory in the closing moments, refusing to quit, a trait that's been with him since he was a little boy.
When I was very young, 4 years old, my father died, and you look in the situations in different houses, and when that happens, a family could be destroyed. I didn't have any brothers or sisters, and I really didn't have too much of a big family, but luckily I had a mother who never gave up on me. And we didn't have too much money, we didn't have too much of anything, but she stayed with me, and she gave me all her love and everything she had.
The dramatic finishes are becoming commonplace. Another one last Sunday. This 11-yard touchdown pass to Willie Collier with 1:40 left gave the Stars a 22-21 victory over Arizona. The third time in 2 seasons that Fusina beat a George Allen team when it seemed impossible. Because of those losses, Allen is one of Fusina's biggest fans.
I think he's the most underrated quarterback in the United States Football League. He doesn't look classic. He's not tall enough. He doesn't have strong enough arm. All of that, all he does is beat you.